Hey guys, welcome. My name is Chelly and this is Chelis Beauty Corner, and in today's video I'm gonna be sharing my favorites like foundation combinations that I like doing. Some of these I mix them because of the finish of the foundation I don't really like, or if I mix it in with something that is a little bit more matte, maybe it will last a little bit longer for me since I do have oily skin. Some of these I mix them in because of the finish and because of the shade color, because sometimes I am very bad at guesstimating my shade at the store, and I don't really like returning foundations if I already used it. I don't know. I think it's just like a waste of foundation. So I just tend to keep them and mix them in with like either a lighter foundation or a darker foundation that I have. So yeah. So that being said, I'm gonna share like my ultimate favorite like combination, which is the Kokie HD Skin Perfect foundation. And this one I have it in the shade 40W, and this is just what it looks like. And then I like to mix this one with the Infallible Pro Matte foundation, and this one is in the shade 105 Natural Beige. And the reason that I like mixing this one and this one together is because alone I really don't like this one. I think it's a little bit too matte for my taste. Sometimes when I wear this by itself, it makes my skin look really dry. And besides, like, the shade is a little bit too yellow for me. Like, sometimes I look like I'm putting on mustard on my face, and I really don't like that look. So I mix it in with this one because the coverage of this one is not that good by itself. So if I mix it in with this one, and this one is a little bit more like full coverage, and I mix these together and they look really pretty on camera and on pictures. So yeah, that's just basically why I mix these two together. And then I also like mixing this one in with the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. And I guess the reason for that is because this one by itself doesn't last all that long on me. It says that it's for all skin types, but on my skin I can get like maybe 3 or 4 hours of wear before I start getting pretty shiny like in this area. So if I mix in with this one, I get more like 6 to 7 hours of wear before it starts to get oily. So yeah, I mix in this one for it to be a little bit long lasting, a little bit longer lasting, I would say. This one I mix it in because the texture looks a little bit better, and because of the shade that I got. So this shade, this is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Full Coverage Foundation, and this is in the shade Honey. And this shade worked really good for me when I was more tan in the summer. But now it's really dark and really like orangey with my like paler skin. Not saying that I'm pale, but I am a little bit lighter than in the summer when I was a little bit more bronzed up. So I mix it in with the LA Girl Pro Matte foundation, and this is in the shade Natural. And this one is really light for me. When I bought it, it was a little bit too light for me, but like I said, I don't really like returning foundation, so I just kept it, and it works out great to mix up these two. If you guys can see, like, the difference of tone is this one is a lot darker than this one, but mixed together I do like 1 to 2 pumps of this with like 2 little dollops of this one, because I mean, I can't say pumps because it has like the doe foot applicator. So yeah, these two work out great together because it kind of gets the shade a little bit better than matches me. And the wear time is about 6 to 7 hours. Yeah, so I really like that combination as well. As well as with this one, which is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. And this is in the shade F10. And this one is also a little bit way too dark for me. So I mixed it in with the LA Girl Pro Matte in the same shade, Natural. And this is just for like to fix up the shade. I don't feel that this combination lasts longer than this by itself. So yeah, maybe next time I will get a little bit lighter shade of this one. But then again, this kind of like makes my skin like freak out a little bit. I don't know if it's like because it's too full of coverage and it clogs my pores, or I don't know. But I rarely use this foundation anyway, so I thought that I would share that with you guys. So the ones that I'm gonna show you next are like in the mousse texture situation. The first one is the Revlon Full Cover Foundation, and this one is in the shade 390 Early Tan. And I tend to mix this one a lot with the Pro Matte by LA Colors, but this is in the shade Light Tan. So when I bought I bought this foundation first, the lighter one, and it was too light for me, so I went back and got the one next to it, which is this one, and there is a big difference. This one is, the shade number is 674, and this is 676, and it's like a way like difference in tone. So I was kind of confused when I was at the store. But they work out for me for different reasons. Sometimes I mix both of these together to make my perfect tone if I want something really matte. But like I said, I like using this one with this one because this one is more like a liquid foundation and this is more like a mousse. So if I mix them together, it thins out this one to the point where I can actually like put it on my face and not make it look so cakey. Because this one by itself is kind of cakey and a little bit too light for me as well. And then just mixing it with this one, it thins it out like I said and makes it a little bit darker. And it's the same situation with this one, which is a Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. And this one is in the shade 75 Natural Beige. And this is just what it looks like. And I also mix it with this one in the shade Light Tan because this is a little bit too light for me. And I just mix it in with this one to fix the shade, obviously. And then also because this is like the mousse texture. And I mix it in this one, like I said, for the Revlon one, to thin it out and to fix the shade. And that's how I wear that foundation. I never really use like just one foundation by itself. I tend to mix at least two of them together, and just these are like the favorite ones that I like doing more often than not. These are the only ones that I like using by themselves if I am gonna use these. So this one is the Ulta Beauty HD Full Coverage Foundation, and this is in the shade Medium Warm, and this is a brand new one. The other one is like halfway empty, so I just grabbed this one, but I like using this one by itself. Let's see, the LA Colors Truly Matte, this is in the shade Soft Beige. I like using this one by itself as well. And then the Maybelline 24 Hour Foundation in the shade Natural Beige. This one is halfway empty, as you guys can see. This one is used by itself because this in itself, this is the right shade for me, and it has great coverage, so I just use this by itself. And then the next one is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation in the shade M10 Golden Natural. And this one is, if you guys can see, like, is to down here, which I like using this one by itself. This one, like I said, for the Maybelline one, this one has great coverage, and the shade is like really good for me. I used it today for this look, and if you guys can see, like, the shade is like really close to my skin tone. The only thing that I don't really like about this foundation is, and I said it in the video that I did this look in, that once you're applying it, it kind of has like a grainy texture to it. But once you set your face with like powder, you can't see it anymore. So I don't know what is up with this foundation, but that's what I have noticed. And with that, my friends, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and give me a like if you guys haven't already, and leave me a comment down below. I like talking to you guys. And until next time, take care. I love you guys. Bye.